Relationships are great. Sure, there are some bad ones, and for sure there are toxic ones. But overall, relationships are just two people who have common interests spending time together. And anyone who's been in a relationship long enough, and especially when that relationship leads to marriage, has been asked one question by damn near everyone they know, and even by strangers who decide to just get up in your business for no reason. And I'm sure you already knew what that question was before I even got halfway through that last sentence. So say it with me now. When are you having kids? Jesus, I hated that question when my wife and I got married. We were literally asked that on our wedding day. Like, damn, Becky, just chill and let us enjoy this moment before we start working on our next one. And it's such a weird question when you really think about it. On the surface level, it's a really simple question. You're just being asked when you and your spouse are going to take the next logical step in your relationship, like billions of people have done for tens of thousands of years. But when you start peeling it away like an onion, you eventually reach the layer of the question that equates to, hey, when are you going to throw it in your wife and not pull out? Or, for the ladies, when are you going to stop taking birth control and let your husband turn you into a cream-filled pastry? And the worst part is, there's not really a good way to answer it. If you reply, oh, we want to take some time together first, they say, well, don't wait too long. Or if you say, I'm not really sure we want to have kids, or if we're even mentally and financially ready to do so, they respond with, wow, how dare you think about yourself like a logical human being instead of bringing a child into this world so that way I can see them for an hour each year while you deal with the mental, emotional, and financial stress that comes with having a child. When it comes to having kids though, the most important thing you can do is make sure that you and your partner want to have kids. On the first date with the woman who would become the future Mrs. Fake History, we asked each other, if this relationship were to go somewhere, would kids be involved? Now, I'm not saying that you had to do that so soon. The only reason that we did was because the two of us had made it clear to each other from the beginning of us talking to each other that we're just not going to fuck around on dating anymore because we weren't getting any younger. But it is definitely a question that you should ask before you start making the beast with two backs without proper protection, because eventually the two of you are going to start to use the reasoning, hey, we've been together for a few weeks and I trust you to know when Old Faithful is about to erupt. The wife and I made plans not to have a kid or even try to have a kid for the first 2 years because we wanted to enjoy being married and I was finishing up my college degree. But even then, when we told people that yeah, we were going to have a kid, we're just not trying right now, that still wasn't good enough. But here we are. It's 2022. The wife and I have been together for 6 years, married for 4, and we do have our first child. So let me tell you what people say having kids is like, and let me tell you what having kids is really like. Hi, I'm Fake History, where the video is real, but the history isn't. And this is perhaps the longest intro that I'm ever going to do. Two people meet and fall in love. They get married and eventually decide to bring a child or children into the world because the best thing that two people can do is just add more kids to our planet. They go to sleep one night and the woman magically wakes up pregnant. 9 months later, a child is born and everyone is happy. There are no sleepless nights and the couple is excited to be parents. Everything is perfect. Wrong, 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 so fucking wrong. Jesus makes you think it's a good idea to have a kid, but the devil's the one who makes you think that having a kid is a great idea. So how do kids spawn into existence? Well, two people meet and they play hide the pickle before they even memorize each other's names. The guy totally swears he's using protection, but the next thing they know, future mom is throwing up after smelling their coworker's tuna sandwich, and they're frantically trying to figure out the future dad's number in her contact list. Future dad thinks that she enjoyed it so much that she's coming back for more, only to find that his pullout game has less success than an all-Mormon basketball team. 9 months later, a child is born, and the dad is either in the delivery room helping mom push and seeing things that causes him not to want to be intimate with anyone for the next 3 months, or he's hiding in the waiting room because he can't handle it. Mom is pushing with her whole body and most likely shitting herself because yeah, that does happen, while cursing the dad for being an idiot and thinking condoms are a suggestion and not a necessity. For the next few weeks, the kid's only sleeping for 2 to 3 hours at a time, and the parents are going to play the oh, it's your turn game at 2 in the morning when the kid is screaming so loud it's making your lungs hurt. Free time is non-existent as you're either feeding, changing, cleaning, doing laundry because newborns dirty a lot of clothes if you don't know how to do a diaper right, or just sleeping for 10 minutes at a time in an effort to catch that sweet, sweet sleep. The real truth is somewhere in the middle. The first 2 weeks after my daughter was born, my wife and I went through ups of thinking, oh man, we got this figured out, and downs of realizing, holy shit, we don't. You will get peed on, you will get pooped on, and your child will cry so loud and so long, and somehow, you will spend every minute of it loving that child even more than the previous day. I've done a lot of things in my life, some good, mostly bad, but there is nothing I've done as worthwhile as that magical moment right after I feed my daughter and I have her propped up on my shoulder to burp her, and it's right before she's about to fall asleep and she gives me that little smile while looking at my eyes. You know, the truth is, I don't like many people. In fact, I probably hate 99% of the population, just because. And the people that I love, I can count on one hand. But I've never in my life thought the love that I have for my daughter could be even something that I could feel. You know, not everyone wants to have a kid, and that's totally fine. Don't have a kid if you don't want to have a kid. But for those of you who do, I can promise you 2 things. It absolutely sucks, and you're gonna love every moment of it. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and tell your friends about my channel so that way I can grow and make sure my daughter goes to a private school instead of one of those dirty public schools. As always, I'm open to ideas. You can leave them in the comments below, or follow me on Twitter at FakeHistoryTV. Until next time, remember, history is real, but the world is fake.